Hi, I'm Craig Watson, an Indian trader over in Cortez. One of the weavers I know wove this old-fashioned manta, which the Hopi and the Puebloans would have woven these in the old days and would have folded them around in half and worn them as dresses or ceremonial pieces. This one has, well, we gave the weaver some yarn for this one. The blue is indigo dyed. We dyed that over in Cortez. And this magenta in this piece is the old natural bug dye cochineal. And we gave the weaver that yarn too, because nobody dyes with cochineal anymore except we do over in Cortez. It's like I said, a bug dye. They're little white fuzzy critters that live on cactus. They're lice. But when they're grown commercially down in Ecuador, it's the only really good red dye in the Western Hemisphere. And it used to be used a lot, but now aniline dyes have replaced this cochineal dye because aniline is so easy to use and cheap, and cochineal is complicated to dye with. It has to be ground up the bugs, and it's a lot of work. It's also expensive. So Nellie Dean, a weaver in Cove, wove this one. On this piece, Nellie used this teal color for the edge cords and the red color for the end cords. And in the old days, these were often woven with a twill, so that wear longer, and but that's a lot more complicated weaving, and very few people weave with twill anymore. It's a whole different loom setup and far more complicated than tapestry weaving, which is in and out weaving like all of these are woven. And then all of these colors are hand dyed, and we dye all these colors over in Cortez, and the weavers choose them and we give them to the weavers so that we can get the yarn we want and the colors that we like to see. This yarn here is 70% mohair and 30% wool. That means is they're kind of fuzzy when they come off the loom, so both sides are shaved after these are woven. It makes them smooth and lustrous, really exquisite weaving. No one else is using this Angora yarn on the reservation. These that are woven by weavers that I know are more the quality of wearing blankets. They're thin and supple like a blanket, and they're really not the same as a rug. If you use these on the floor, you'd want to be more careful about wearing and so on. They aren't probably as durable as rugs, but they're beautiful display pieces, or on mannequins, or for actually wearing at ceremonies or parties, wherever you want to wear it. It'd be just great. The brown is also dyed in this one. That brown looks like the old brown, natural browns we used in the old days. And that's why we developed that color in Cortez for the weavers to use, so that some of these old pieces look like they have more like a natural dye in them. Otherwise, these colors are they're all hand dyed. You can see some variation in the red especially. So you don't see too many of these mantas anymore, but they're a very traditional piece, and a lot of folks do have these in their collections.